You can be the hero of your Woodworker's Christmas by following this list. It doesn't matter if you're buying for Christmas gifts or a birthday gift, I've got the right gift for your woodworker. I polled my followers on Instagram as well as subscribers on this channel and asked them, as a woodworker, what would you most like to get as gifts? I've got the top 5 answers coming at you. How you doing? I'm Matt with 731woodworks.com. Today, we're going through the best gifts you can get for a woodworker. These gifts are guaranteed to please any woodworker in your life. So if you don't know what style tools they use, you don't know anything about woodworking, I got you covered. Guaranteed, you're gonna be the hero of the gift giving this year. If you're not a subscriber, I would appreciate it if you click that subscribe button, click the bell icon next to it, click all so you get notified of all the new content we've got coming. If you're a woodworker and I miss anything in this video on what you want as a gift, drop a link below. Maybe the one buying for you will read it and buy what you want. Let's get started. Check it. How was that? Check thyself before thou wreck thyself. Acts 3:19. So I get questions about where I get my shirts for these videos. I've bought every one of these. Nobody's sponsoring me. There's a link in the description below if you want to go check out these style shirts. This one is from Caruso.com. If you just absolutely have no idea what to buy, I've got the thing for you. If you want to be certain not to mess up, I've got a buyer's guide for you. If you go to 731woodworks.com/buyer's guide, or you just go in the description below, I'll have the link down there for you. It'll break everything I'm talking about down. Clickable links, you can follow those links, buy your woodworker the correct gifts. That way you get the correct gift for the woodworker in your life. So if you want to get the correct gift and you don't want to mess up, you're thinking, I just want to buy them something they're going to like. It's not going to sit on the shelf. It's not going to get returned for money, that sort of thing. Certain items, every single woodworker, no matter what type of woodworking they're going to do, are going to use these 3 things: clamps, glue, sandpaper. So on that buyer's guide, I have 2 different style clamps, a budget option and a upgraded option, depending on the budget you're in, to go check out these clamps. Either one would be awesome to get. No woodworker is going to turn down clamps. If they don't want clamps, they're not a woodworker. Every woodworker known to man needs clamps. It doesn't matter if he's just starting out, if he hasn't even built a project yet and he's talking about being a woodworker. The thing he's dreaming about at night are clamps. Every woodworker on planet Earth needs clamps. If your woodworker's an astronaut and goes to the moon, they need clamps. A woodworker can't woodwork without clamps. It just can't happen. You gotta have them. So be sure to check that buyer's guide out. That'll get you some clamps to get you started. What I would recommend is, if you don't have any idea what to buy, make a gift bag. Put some clamps in there, put some wood glue in there, put some sandpaper in there. They're gonna be happy. If your woodworker has an orbital sander that looks similar to this, it may not be the DeWalt brand, but it looks like this. Has this on the bottom. You can go out there in the shop when they're not home and look at it. Has a Velcro bottom, hook and loop. Should be 5 inches, most of them. Make sure it's 5 inches, give or take. This is the kind of sandpaper you want to get. This is 5-inch hook and loop sandpaper. It comes in many different grits or coarses. So some are more fine, some are more coarse. Get a variety pack if you don't know what to get. They'll use them, I guarantee it. Now, if you have no idea what kind of sander they have and you're not gonna go look because you don't want to, a sanding block with some different coarse sandpaper on there. There'll be a link in the description below to this buyer's guide. Both style of sandpaper will be on there. Orbital sandpaper type and the sanding block type. I use this stuff all the time. I'll use this orbital sander all the time. Your woodworker will use either one, guaranteed. How much wood glue do you need to buy? You can either buy a little bit if they only woodwork every now and then, or like they're a weekend warrior DIY type woodworker. If you can't get them out of the shop and that's all they do, buy the gallon jug of wood glue. They'll appreciate it. So this is my top 5. So we're gonna start at number 5 and go to number 1. And at the end, you're gonna wanna stick around for that power tip for buying your woodworker a gift. I posted this question on Instagram, YouTube, and my Facebook channels on what the woodworker would like to get as a gift. I got tons of responses. These are the top 5. Word of caution, if you don't know their brand of tools and you don't know exactly what tool they want, what model, what size, don't buy the tool. Stick with some of the other gifts, you'll be fine. If you do know what they want, then get what they want, if you can. In the number 5 position, we got consumables. Consumables consist of sandpaper, wood glue, drill bits, that sort of thing. Maybe you don't know anything about woodworking, you don't know anything about what kind of sandpaper they got. You can get the sanding block style, you can get the orbital sandpaper style. If you don't know if they have an orbital sander, or if you don't know what style orbital sander they have, stick with the sanding block style. Check the link in the description below to the buyer's guide and you'll be sure to get the correct one. As far as wood glue goes, if you go out to their shop, look and see what kind they're using. It may be Gorilla Wood glue, it may be Titebond 2 or 3. Check that. If you see that they have a certain style, buy that for them. I like Titebond 2. That's what I use in all of my projects. It's great stuff. Even if you don't know and you don't want to go look, if you pick up Titebond 2, it'll be used. This is good glue. Good glue. Also, a good thing to have in the wood shop is CA glue. This is Starbond CA glue. Comes in several different colors. I'll put a link in that buyer's guide so that you can pick some of this up. This is good for filling cracks, filling knot holes, things like that. A lot of woodworkers use this stuff. It's extremely handy to have. You have to have the glue and the accelerator. You'll want to pick up both. I'll get a combo pack and put a link in there so you can get the right one. The number 4 requested gift item that woodworkers want are conveniences. And what's a convenience? Conveniences are things like bench cookies. They'll set their project on these when they're working on their wood bench. These have rubber on each side. They keep things from slipping around. Great for when they're building, painting, or sanding a project to have these in their shop. Can't have too many of these. Typically come in sets of 4. Chisels was also a convenience they said they would like to have. This is a very inexpensive Stanley brand, I believe. I'll put a link in there for both a budget option and a more upgraded option of chisels. Every woodworker needs chisels at some point. For some reason, it's a good option to buy. Things like this digital angle finder are great for setting their blade. One part of woodworking is making sure you have good square straight cuts. One precise way to make sure that your blade is at a perfectly 90-degree angle or a perfect 45-degree angle, a digital angle finder. These are pretty inexpensive and they're awesome to have in the shop. They have a magnet on them, they stick on your blade, they are awesome. Another highly requested item is batteries for their tools. The one thing you're going to need to know is what type of tool they have. All you have to do is go out there and look. So I use rigid tools. All you have to do is look on the side of their tool. You're going to need to know their brand name. So it'd be Rigid, DeWalt, Milwaukee, whatever it is. Look for the voltage. 18 volts is what this is. They may be 12, they may be 20. Just make sure you pick up the correct volt. So if this is 18 volts, you would want to get an 18 volt rigid battery. So if yours is a 20 volt DeWalt, make sure you get a 20 volt DeWalt battery. So the batteries will work on the tool so long as it's the same name brand. Ryobi makes all their batteries will work on Ryobi. Rigid, all their batteries work on Rigid. DeWalt the same way. So make sure you get the correct volt because some are smaller. Like if you get a 12 volt versus a 20 volt, they may not interchange. So make sure you get the correct volt. So you're looking for that 18V, it'll be 20V, 12V, that's volt. Make sure you get the correct volt, correct brand name, you'll be golden. The number 3 most requested item from woodworkers from my poll is wood. How much wood could a woodworker work if a woodworker could work wood? They need wood. Oak, walnut, maple. Maybe you don't know what the types of wood are. That's okay. This list has you covered. You can buy this stuff online, rockler.com, Woodworker Source. You can even buy it on Amazon. Link will be in this buyer's guide. So it doesn't really matter what size, type, that sort of thing, so much as if you get them several different species of wood, they'll be able to build items for this. So a lot of times people use walnut and maple to build cutting boards with. So if you get them several different pieces of each, they will be able to take those different types of wood, make cutting boards, lazy Susans, all kinds of fun projects with those. So it's great to have those extra types of wood in the shop. When you get ready to make a new project, you have those on hand. They can make awesome projects with those. Check those links out. Can't go wrong with any species. It doesn't matter if you only want to buy them a few pieces of walnut or a few pieces of maple, curly maple. That doesn't really matter so much as if you get them just a couple of boards each, that's perfectly fine. Or if you want to give them one each, hey, it's all good because you know we get this stuff, we'll have fun with it. Amazon actually has a box of assorted wood pieces. They're like 12 inches long, different thicknesses. That's a great way just to get a bunch of different types that they can play with. Again, go check out that buyer's guide. That'll set you on the right track. The number 2 most requested item by far was gift cards. You're thinking gift cards are so impersonal. No, they're not. They're awesome because you can take that gift card and go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, Rockler.com, any of those places that sell woodworking items. We love that. We love it a lot because then we get to either take that full gift card amount or add some money to it with that gift card and buy the tools and supplies that we want most. Gift cards are fantastic. Don't think that they're impersonal because they're cash or a gift card. Personally, I really enjoy getting a gift card. That lets me do my own shopping because a lot of times the people that give the gifts don't really know what type of stuff to buy you because of the projects you're making, or they don't really know what goes into woodworking. So you're able to take that gift card, go buy exactly what you want. This was a highly requested item on the poll. You got to know what the number 1 is. Number 1, clamps. By far the most requested item from any woodworker on all 3 Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube was clamps. We can't woodwork without clamps. Well, not very well. We need them. We need all kinds of types of clamps. There's parallel clamps. There's these F-style clamps. You don't know what kind of clamp to buy. The we got you covered. Don't worry about it. Go to that buyer's guide. We got you. I'll have some budget options. I'll have some more expensive options. Parallel clamps are for tight tabletops, cutting boards, that sort of thing. These F-style clamps like this, we use these in a tons of different ways. Bessie makes good clamps. Jet makes good clamps. Bora makes good clamps. You can go to Harbor Freight and pick up some clamps. I've got several of them and I use them a lot. This is a clamp. This is a different style of F clamp. This comes from Harbor Freight. I've had them for a couple of years. Harbor Freight makes inexpensive tools, and while they may be on the cheaper side, they still are pretty good quality for what you're paying for them. I've used these for years. I've got some others that I've used for a long time. Clamps come in many different shapes and sizes. There's these style little alligator type clamps. There's these tiny little baby F clamps. Look how cute is that? Beep, 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 beep. Get all kinds of little clamps. This is a tiny C-style clamp. Tons of clamps. You can't go wrong with clamps. It doesn't matter what kind you buy. Buy them 20 of these and they're gonna be happy. You can buy them 2 of these and they're gonna be happy. We like clamp. We're woodworkers. A woodworker's middle name is clamp. So if you have no idea what else to buy, you have no idea what type of woodworking they do, just buy them some clamp. They're gonna like it. They'll probably even hug your neck for a clamp. If your woodworker wants a big tool like a table saw, a miter saw, planer, a jointer, a drill press, that type thing, you're gonna wanna make sure you get the one they want. Because if they're wanting a Delta table saw like this one and you buy them a contractor style table saw, it's not gonna fit their needs and they're not gonna be able to use it as effectively as they would this type table saw. Or if you buy them the Delta miter saw and they were wanting the DeWalt miter saw. It's just a difference in opinion. It's like Ford and Chevy. It's like Coach and Louis Vuitton. It's like steak and chicken. I mean, it just depends on your taste, what you want. It's like a cupcake and a donut, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you know exactly what they want. Now, if you don't know, there's a few ways to find out. If you start asking about December 1st, what kind of table saw they want, they're gonna be suspicious if you're wanting to surprise them with it. You know what time it is, power tip time. If you wanna give the biggest surprise of all and you're getting them a big gift like a planer, a jointer, a table saw, start listening to them talk. Woodworker's gonna tell you what he wants. He's gonna be looking at it on the internet. They're gonna be talking about, boy, I wish I had a table saw. Boy, if I had a table saw, I could do this. If I had a jointer, I could do this. If I had that planer, I could make this item. They're gonna start talking about it. Listen. That's the power tip. You got to listen to what they're saying. So you're going to have to go into full Sherlock Holmes detective mode to figure out exactly the tool they want. You're going to need to know the tool and the model number. If you know that, you can get the right tool. If you don't, you may mess up and get the wrong one. Know the model number and the make. Be like you wanting a Toyota Camry and they roll up with a Toyota Corolla. Same make, different model. You wanting a Ford F-150 truck. Somebody buys you and gives you a Ford Escape. Same maker, different models. They do different things. They're for different purposes. Make sure you get the right model. So how do you do that? You're gonna start asking those sly questions about it when they start talking about it, because I guarantee you a woodworker is gonna talk about what they want. Boy, if I had that planer, I could make such beautiful cutting boards. Boy, if I had that table saw, all my furniture would fit together perfect. Well, if I had that jointer, there would be no gaps in my tabletops. We're gonna talk about it a lot. Just listen, and then start asking those questions. So if they say, well, if I had a table saw, man, my furniture would look so good. What kind of table saw? Or what table saw are you wanting? Just start showing some interest in what they're doing, and then let them show you what they want on the slide. Don't wait till December 1st to start asking these questions, because then you're gonna get suspicious. So you're gonna need to pay attention throughout the year. So how do you figure it out? Look over their shoulder. They're gonna be creeping on it on the internet. If you see them looking at it, their computer, tablet, whatever, when you see them looking at that tool, say, hey, what's that? Oh, that's just a planer. Planer? What's a planer do? They'll tell you. Okay. Start looking at it and you'll be able to see the make and the model on that page somewhere. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to have to be Sherlock Holmes and figure out what they want. Ask sly questions, ask roundabout questions, and figure out exactly what they want. Then you'll be able to take that knowledge and buy them the most amazing gift. Because I guarantee you, if they open up a table saw, they open up a planer, they open up a jointer, they don't have that, they've been wanting it, they've been looking at it, and you get them one, woo, that's gonna be awesome. If you do that, drop a comment below, let me know how that went, because I wanna know. Now, if you're looking for a more personalized gift to give your woodworker, we got you covered here as well. So a lot of woodworkers don't buy tool belts, things like that, if you don't know what they're looking for. But a lot of woodworkers will wear aprons. They're leather or a type of durable material that have pockets in them where they can keep their pencils, tape measures, squares, things like that. That's a great option, and you can have them personalized with their initials or their name or whatever you want. There'll be a link in the product guide to go buy one of those. These are really, really nice personalized gifts that a lot of woodworkers would enjoy having. If your woodworker has a logo or stickers with their logo on it, kind of like this is our logo. and you want to get them a personalized gift, you can get them some stickers, or even better, you can get them a branding iron. Now, I've wanted a branding iron for a long time. This way you can brand your products that you're selling or giving away as gifts, whether that be furniture or cutting boards or cornhole boards, whatever you're making and they're selling or giving away as gifts, they can be able to brand that item. That is an amazing gift. If they don't have one of those for a personalized gift, I think that would make an excellent gift. That is a perfect way for them to mark their product so that when other people see it, they see that logo and they go searching it out. That'll help them to make more sales. That'll make their brand awareness grow. It's just an excellent personalized gift that you can get for your woodworker.
When you catch him working on a video and you're trying to be sneaky. So I overheard him talking about how he's always wanted a branding iron, which gives me a great tip for a Christmas gift. That's the true secret of finding out what your woodworker might want. You just have to really listen to what they're out there talking about to other people, because he doesn't always tell me what he wants because he doesn't want me to spend money on. But I think we know what he's getting for Christmas this year.
If your woodworker likes to read on new techniques, likes to learn new things, then a subscription to a woodworking magazine or a book, a woodworking techniques book, would be a great gift to learn new techniques and to see other woodworking styles. There's several different options for woodworking magazines and books. Some of those will be in that buyer's guide. If you have gift ideas, drop those in the comments below so others can read them. If you like this video, I would appreciate if you click that box right there. That takes you to the next set of videos. That helps this channel grow more than anything else you can do is to click that box. If you hadn't subscribed already, I would greatly appreciate it. Click that subscribe button, click the bell icon next to it, and then click all so that you get notified of every time I upload new content. Don't forget to like and share this on your social media. If you click that next box, you know you're getting that virtual fist bump that you've been waiting on. Thank you so much.